Hi everybody, welcome to the first of our readings on the subject of our common bond, which is all about Australia. Why don't you read along with me? Lesson 1, Early Days. Australia and its people. At a citizenship ceremony, we pledge our loyalty to Australia and its people. It is therefore important for us to have an understanding of Australia's community and population, including our Indigenous heritage. It is also important for us to understand how Australia developed from its uncertain beginnings as a British colony to the stable and successful multicultural nation it is today. So, a couple of words there. Heritage is talking about history and culture. Uncertain beginnings, in other words, when the British and others first arrived to Australia, it was very basic, obviously no cities, and nobody was really sure how it was going to develop. Let's read the next paragraph. Our people. Indigenous Australians, Australia's first inhabitants, were the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. They are the Indigenous people of Australia. Australia's Indigenous cultures are the oldest continuing cultures in the world. Historically, Aboriginal people are from mainland Australia and Tasmania. They have lived here for between 40,000 and 60,000 years. Torres Strait Islanders are from islands to the north of Queensland. They have a distinct cultural identity. Indigenous people share common beliefs and traditions that still guide them today. They have a deep connection with the land that is expressed in their stories, art, and dance. In the third line there of that the paragraph under our people, continuing cultures, so that means their culture, their art, their dance, their stories from back in the past, they continue to celebrate their importance today. Let's move to the next section called Early Days of European Settlement. Read along with me. European settlement started when the first 11 convict ships, which became known as the First Fleet, arrived from Great Britain on 26th January 1788. At this time, British laws were harsh, and the jails could not hold the large number of people imprisoned for their crimes. To manage this problem, the British government decided to transport these convicts to the other side of the world, to the new colony of New South Wales. So in that second line, when it says the laws were harsh, so that means cruel, Harsh means that the rules were cruel. Convict ships, obviously those were prison ships. Let's do the next paragraph. The first governor of the colony of New South Wales was Captain Arthur Phillip. He overcame many problems in the first few years of European settlement. The colony survived, and as more convicts and free settlers arrived, it grew and developed. More colonies were established in other parts of the country. Early free settlers were from Great Britain and Ireland. The British and Irish heritage has had a major influence on Australia's history, culture, and political institutions. So a colony is obviously a group of people, a community of people that's been set up in a new place. Let's go to the next and last paragraph. In 1851, gold was discovered in the colonies of New South Wales and Victoria. People from all around the world came to these colonies to try their luck at making a fortune. Chinese people arriving at this time were the first large group of migrants not from Europe. In 10 years, the population more than doubled. All right, I wonder how you got on reading that with me. I'm going to close here. Please join me with the next reading.